Mamelodi Sundowns, South Africa, or Ahly, Egypt? Which of these two teams will advance to the final of the 2025 CAF Champions League? Well, my name is Seram Kofi. Welcome. This is my second channel. So if you've seen my videos before, it's on the other accounts. This is the second one. Please do all to like and subscribe for this one also. But welcome to my preview of the game. I'm going to tell you everything to expect from this game. Who will be the players to start? Who will be the favorites? Which areas will be the areas to take note of as we are getting into this tough and anticipated game in the CAF Champions League semi-final. So just stay tuned. All right, so let me get into the game first, and let me get into the team news from that is Ahly. So Ahly played their last game against Pyramids in the Egypt Premier League, and that game costed them so much. It's cost them so much because in that match, in the first half, Yahia Attiat, who was the starting left back for Ahly, got injured, and this was a picture of him in tears, literally in tears, covering his face after he got injured in that game because it was at a crucial point in the season. He was replaced by Karim Debees, and guess what? Karim Debees also got injured in that same game. So in one match, they lost their starting left back and lost their backup left back also. In the end, they had to alternate positions for another player to play the left back in that game. So none of their two starting left back is fit. But the only probably fit left back in the early team is Ali Maaloul. And Ali Maaloul is coming back from a long injury. Since he came back from that injury, he's played, I think, only one game in the Egypt League Cup game, which was even with the reserve side of the Ahly. So he hasn't really featured a lot in competitive games for the Ahly side. And it feels like the coach maybe does not really trust Ali Maaloul. I've been speaking to a few Ahly fans and they say his time at Ahly is probably over because the coach doesn't trust him. So he didn't even travel for this game. The only fit left back for Ahly. So going into this game, Ahly are going into the match without a recognized left back. That means they'll probably have to sort of tweak players in their position. And there's a player like Mohamed Hani, who in the last game against Pyramids, after everybody, the two left back got injured, Hani was the one playing left back in that game. So he could come and play at left back. So they find someone else to play the right back position. Or Hani could play the right back. And then maybe Ahmed Nabil, who also is quite a bit experienced at the left back position, will also come in and fit in for left back for Ahly. For Mamelodi Sundowns, well, it's a similar issue, very similar issue, because in their last game, which was the Nedbank or South Africa Cup game against Kaizer Chiefs, the left back, the very longer, also got injured and had to be changed from the game. But for Sundowns, they have a lot of options to choose from in terms of who to replace him. There is Obri Modiba, there is Tiwani, there is Terence Marshall. So there are a lot of sort of quality options available to replace Define Lunga in that position. I think that's the only difference in terms of where both teams are lacking in injured players in recent games from the quarterfinal of the Champions League. So the match we played at 3 p.m. South Africa time in Pretoria. And I think it will probably be to the advantage of Ahly because the last 3 times these two sides have faced off in Pretoria, specifically in Pretoria, the last 3 times, all has been won by, that is, Mamelodi Sundowns. They won the last but 3-1, 5-2. They won the last but 1. That is 1-0. And won the last one too by 1-0. So 7-2 in the last 3 games against Ahly in Pretoria. That's their combined score. And I think it's a good boost psychologically, even for, that is, Mamelodi Sundowns going into this game. And Ahly, I'm sure they hate it going to play against Sundowns in Pretoria, especially at the 3 o'clock kickoff time when the hot sun in Pretoria sort of hits you in that game. And that is what they'll be playing in the game between Sundowns and also Ahly. On the form basis, well, this game is important for the two teams because it could define the season for Ahly. It could define the season for Sundowns, both of them. Let me start first by explaining with Ahly. So this is the Egypt Premier League. If you check it, Ahly are second. They are second on the league log, and 4 points behind, that is, Pyramids on top of the league. If you check the Egypt Cup also, the Egypt Cup, Ahly didn't play in it. They didn't participate in the Egypt Cup. In the Leaf Cup, they are out. They will not be winning it. In the CAF Super Cup, they lost it. So as of now, well, it's possible they can still turn their season around. But as of now, the only viable way to win a trophy is the CAF Champions League. So they have to win the game against Sundowns. They have to win the tie over 2 legs against Sundowns. It's non-negotiable because if they lose this one, it's most likely they are going to go trophyless. They did win the Egypt Super Cup though, but I don't really consider that a trophy because it's more like a curtain raiser to the season. So they are probably going to go trophyless for 2025 if they don't win the tie against Sundowns. And the last time Ahly went trophyless the whole season was 21 years ago in 2004. So this is something that has not happened in 21 years. A lot of the players who will be playing in this game were not born the last time Ahly went trophyless. So it's something they probably would not be able to sort of allow or will not warmly receive it, that they'll go out of this tie against Hannah. So a lot of what will happen on their season hinges on this one game against Sundowns. From Mamelodi Sundowns, it's a similar story. So just over the last weekend, they lost the South Africa Cup game to Kaizer Chiefs, 2-1 they lost in that game, which means they are out of the cup. If you check the league log in South Africa, well, they are top of the league. They are on that far. There are a lot of points ahead of second place, but Pirates have 3 games in hand. 3 games in hand. And hypothetically, this is hypothetically, if or should Pirates win all the 3 remaining games, it will be just 3 points between Orlando Pirates, who are in second, and Mamelodi Sundowns, who are first. Just 3 points between them. And anything can happen at all in the remaining games. So should Sundowns, who are coming from getting eliminated in the cup game, if they go on to lose the next game, which is the CAF Champions League semis against Ahly, it's very likely that it's going to also affect them in the league. And with Pirates hypothetically being just 3 points behind them, if Pirates sort of they get psychologically disturbed, or it impacts them psychologically instead of in terms of exiting the Nedbank Cup, then exiting the semi-final of the CAF Champions League, they can also lose the league title. I think they lose the league title, that means they were going trophyless. And the last time Mamelodi Sundowns went trophyless, I think either 2013 or 2012. So it's either 12 years ago or 13 years ago. That's a very long time ago. A very, very long time ago. So this game is very important to both teams because the losing party, it's possible they could go, if Ahly loses, they could go trophyless for the first time in 21 years. If Sundowns loses, it's very possible they could go trophyless for the first time in that is 12 years. But the other bit of it is that this game could also get the season back on track for both clubs because for Ahly, should they win the tie against Sundowns, it will give them confidence going into the remaining league games. And they're only 4 points behind, that is Pyramids. Pyramids have some tough games to play. Like they have a game to play against Zamalek. And other tough teams in the Egypt League. If they fail to win any of those games, Ahly can easily snap up and then win the league, win the Champions League, and then they get a double. If Sundowns also able to win against that is Ahly, they can easily get to the final, possibly win the CAF Champions League, which would be a huge boost to them. Win the South Africa League also, which would be another huge boost. 2 trophies. So it's a season-defining game. It could go one way for the other and then go the other way for the losing team. That's how close this game is for both teams involved. Now let me get into the approach for both teams in this game between Ahly and then that is Sundowns. So for Ahly, a lot of the attacks tend to go through the right channel because they have a player like maybe Imam Ashur who tends to swing to the right-hand side. They could have Ashraf Meshaki who, even though he ideally plays on the left-hand side of the attack, he's also able to switch role and play on the right. Hussein also has, if he's starting, has the ability to swing on the right-hand side too. They tend to overload the right-hand side and then create a lot of chances by getting the crosses from the right-hand side. So the last goal they scored in the Champions League is this one you are seeing over here. A half volley from, that is Mohamed Hani. But it came from a cross from the right-hand side, which was punched back into play. Then Hani got the volley to score. Even the last goal they scored in the Champions League, which was by Imam Ashur, it was a long ball from the same right-hand flank to, that is Imam Ashur, and he got the goal for Ahly in that game against Al Hilal. So it's a very important area for Ahly in terms of they overloading the right-hand side and then swinging in the crosses for their chances. But that is the same area where that is Sundowns also have their probably most informed left back, Divine Lunga, being injured. I don't have enough information yet whether he's fit for the game or he wouldn't be playing. But if he's not playing, then it's going to be a big miss. And whoever comes to starting in place of that is Lunga has a lot of work to do in terms of carving up the space. And even whoever is playing on the left wing in terms of coming back to track and help the left back in closing up that space on the right-hand flank on the few times that Ahly gets into the attacking zones. Another area that could really be exploited by Ahly is the middle zone, because from the last game, a player like Hussein El Shahat has transformed. He's literally transformed from being maybe your out-and-out attacking player to these days playing a lot more with the brain. So that is creating from the middle. In the last game against Pyramids, he created two big chances right from the middle. This is an example of one. Right from this area, he was able to create a big chance and created two of them like this in that game between Ahly and Pyramids. So it's also an explorable area, given that they even do have, that is, Attiat, who has so much aggression in him in terms of fighting for the ball, winning the balls in the middle, and can even has the technical ability to also load up attacks from the middle. So the middle zone is going to be very crucial for, that is, Allende in this game against Sundowns. For the approach of Mamelodi Sundowns, well, it's a home game for Sundowns. You know them to be the most possession-based team on the continent. So I expect them to do same, to sort of have a lot of possession in this game. And with Sundowns having a lot of possession, and an away game for Ahly, I'm expecting Ahly to be a bit compact in the approach they face off with this game. And if they are being a bit compact, then who knows how to break teams down better than Marcelo Allende, who knows how to just play with the little spaces you give him, make the most out of it. Very, very, very smallish type of a player, but then very fast and quick feet that he is able to play through within the channels. I mean, a little space you give him, and then he's able to operate and create the chances for you. So I think he's going to become very influential in the game. But one man who will surely pick a lot of confidence from is this month, Teboho Mokoena. He scored a free kick from outside the box the last game he played against, that is Kaizer Chiefs. So I'm sure he'll pick inspiration from there, and especially given the fact that Ahly are having this man that is also now in post, and even though he has that experience on the continent, he seems to be a bit fragile with age these days, because he considered from this range. Look at it. If I told you that a goalkeeper considered from here, you'll probably doubt him. But yes, he considered with the shots from this area. So if you have a player with like Mokoena, who has incredible ball striking abilities, I'm sure he'll want to spring a few against El Shahat. And he's no stranger to scoring from the long range against Ahly. I think he did so, was it 3 seasons ago? I mean, he's no stranger. He's done it before, and he'll want to do it again against our Ahly, Teboho Mokoena. So from the head-to-head records between these two teams, well, the last 7 times these two sides have faced off in all competitions, Sundowns are undefeated. They have not lost the last 7 times they played in the competition. But then again, don't forget, this is the Champions League. You can still get eliminated without losing. So there is every need for Sundowns to win this particular game if they want to sort of qualify to the next round. They have to win it. And if you've watched my videos in the previous channels, I always made it known that all the times Sundowns have been eliminated in the CAF Champions League since 2019, they failed to win the first leg. All the time they've been eliminated, they failed to win the first leg. So the key to progress is to win the first leg, and Sundowns will have to win this game against Ahly in order to stand a big chance of that is qualifying to the next round. But then the last 3 games they've played at home, they've won all against Ahly. So I'm expecting them to sort of continue the thread, continue what they've been doing against Ahly. But you can also tell me, who do you think is going to win this one? Tell me in the comment section your prediction for this game between Sundowns and Ahly.